Let's quickly talk about range inputs. I already have a Python component template and a simple scene where we will control our player with keyboard and mouse. Let's type self.keyboard equals log.keyboard.inputs, where self.keyboard is our keyboard variable. Let's get the W key from the keyboard by typing self.w equals self.keyboard events.wkey. Let us define events that represent the status of our keyboard keys. Let's type self.active equals logic.kx input active. This one returns true if the key is pressed. Let's create a second event that returns true only when the keyboard key is just pressed and store it in a variable called self.justActivated. We also need a position key in the args because we will be using it to move our player. Here I'm storing the position key inside a variable called self.pause. Let's go ahead and write our code to move the player using keyboard keys. To check if our key W is just pressed, this is how it is done in Range Engine. Q is an input event which is only used for just activated and just released events. For active or none events, we use status in place of Q. Find more about this in the API. So if self.justActivated is in self.w.q, we want to add 2 to our player's x-axis position. Let's attach our script to our player and play to test if our script is working. So whenever the W key is just getting pressed, our player moves along the x-axis by 2. That is our self.pause variable. Let's type if self.active in self.w status to check if the W key is pressed. If it is active, then we want to move our player by 2 along the x-axis. If we play, we see our player moving very fast. Let's reduce the value of our position key, but you can also multiply it by delta time to make it smoother. If we play, we see our player moving very smoothly. Whenever we release the W key, our player stops. Let's go ahead and try the mouse also. The mouse is equal to logic.mouse.inputs. Let's create a SelfMouse variable, which is equal to self.mouse events mouse left. All these are in the API. Make sure you have the API page pinned in your browser because you will need it whenever you are writing code, so you will not get lost. Let us replace our W key with our left mouse key. If we play, when the left mouse key is pressed, our player moves. If we release the mouse, our player stops. So this is how inputs are used in Range Engine. This method works with all mouse keys, all keyboard keys, and all events. Thanks for watching. Let's meet in our next video, where we will talk about moving and rotating game objects, as well as applying forces and torque. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of the videos we share.